Today's Fortnite Creative update brought a couple of very interesting terrain pieces that could completely revolutionize the way we terrain in Creative. And today, I'm going to show you how to create realistic Chapter 4 terrain, just like in VR. Let's go. The pieces that I'm going to be using for this project were all added in today's update. We've got the Chapter 4 Cliff Gallery, the Chapter 4 Nature Gallery Temperate, and the Chapter 4 Rock Gallery. Now these are the revolutionary pieces. There's only 2 pieces, but these pieces are so good because firstly, you cannot break them. You can build on them. They're automatically on build height as well. That one is anyway, this one is as well. They're also really versatile, and you can extend them up to humongous sizes. Like, look at that. It's too big to even place in the map. Right, shrink it down a bit. There we go. Look at that. That's a lot of terrain. So your first step is to simply just start placing terrain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to size up absolutely massive. What I'm going to do for now is have this big open plane right here. And this is the part where we just start expanding on that. You know, you want to have these pieces, and you don't want to just have like flat terrain, you know, you want to add some layers to it. So we're going to add like one of these over here, one of these over here, and we're going to grab one of these and use that to sort of like tilt it a little bit. We actually tilt it the right way, like that, so you can have sort of this incline. Now there aren't hill pieces that actually match these in Creative right now. So for inclines, this is the best you'll do, but this is sort of more accurate to Chapter 4 nature anyway. Sort of have it go like around, connects, and it's a really cool way. It's a bit odd, it's a bit jarring. That is how Chapter 4 nature just sort of is. You can have like one of these pieces over here, and in fact what you can do is you can connect these up like that, and then this is a whole new layer right here, like so. I have to hide that little thing there. Have some other layers here. Now I'm still very much new to this terrain, you know, I'm testing it out myself, so there are definitely better ways to do this, but you know, this is just a basic tutorial. Yeah, the general objective is to just keep adding these in. We're going to create another one of these. There is going to be a little bit of collision, so we switch to a new layer. Actually, that didn't turn out too bad. We can simply use like rocks and things to patch up the Z-axis fighting later on. So that's not really a big deal. So we can do that over here again as well. See, I find these fault lines, like looking things, really cool because they sort of have that sort of like hobbled together, like fractured style things that the Chapter 4 map was formed with. So I think that fits really well. So I'm gonna size one of these bad boys up and make a great big hill piece here. And then we can have like this sort of going up around the side. I think that would look cool. Maybe make it, you know, soften out a bit, and then continue the incline all the way up to the top here. It's a bit scuffed there. Can I improve that a little bit? I think I can. There we go. Got a hill that you can go up easily. But what if you want to go one step further? Maybe make some mountains. You know, I think that's kind of maybe doable. You know, so we're just going to extend that terrain a little bit more. We're gonna start attempting to create some sort of a mountain. So we've got like a mountain base, and you can see I'm doing this all really quickly. This is a very quick build, and that just shows how like useful this terrain pieces will be. So I'm just sort of experimenting here. I have no idea if this is going to look any sort of good. And then maybe extend that, shrink that a little bit. Got this really like weird looking terrain piece, kinda. Yeah, that does look a little bit goofy, I won't lie, but maybe it can be salvaged. Maybe it can be salvaged, you know. Yeah, I think we're just gonna say that was a write-off. I don't think that was a very good. In this piece, if we size this one up, we can sort of create little like edges that go off into the distance, like in Faulty Splits, which unfortunately has now been obliterated. Rest in peace, a fallen soldier. You can sort of create these, and they blend together really smoothly. You can't tell where the change is, you literally cannot see it. Well, I can't anyway. So that creates these really cool bits that sort of jut off like that. I'm gonna have a couple of these. I'm gonna make that one there. That was quite a big one. So what I'm gonna do is also have like a terrain piece that goes up here, a little like monolith kind of thing, and then have maybe like a one on the edge here, Size that up a bit. And then make it so this sort of curves outwards. So it's a very natural looking cliff face. I have a feeling that this terrain style is very much going to take over the scene for a little bit because it is really clean, it's really nice. You know, we're creating something really cool looking here. Like, so here I think we'll just do like a pretty basic terrain piece as well, using this one. Sort of like a plateau almost kind of thing. It kind of matches in here a little bit. Maybe it goes up a bit, turn the height up. My cat is meowing. Do you mind? I think we've done more than enough terraining right now. So next up, we're going to move on to putting some rocks in here. So I'm going to focus pretty much exclusively on the brown rocks as they match the cliff faces. There's only a few of them in this gallery, but that's fine. We can work with that, you know. So first, I'm going to patch up the z-axis fighting, like here. I'm going to put a lovely rock there. We'll put one over here, connecting up to each other a little bit. These ones are really cool. This is like actual rubble, which I think is really cool. This one's definitely going to be a very useful piece. I'm pretty sure this one's directly from Faulty Splits. I could be wrong though. You know, just little pieces like that. I think they look really cool. You know, we've got quite a lot of z-axis fighting here. This is where multiple of them cross over, I think. In fact, we could even get a small one of these, just to like add a little bit of depth to the area as well, and to obviously easily cover up the z-axis fighting where the parts collide. So we'll have like a little like slope kind of leading into that. Something like that, I think looks pretty cool, personally. So yeah, now we're just gonna go around, add some like miscellaneous rocks around, just to spruce up the map a lot, make it look really nice. I'd say try to put them like at the bottom of these cliffs sometimes as well. This is what Epic did in Chapter 4. This one's a bit odd if you size up in some places, but you know, this rubble can look really nice, like at the bottom of a cliff like that. I think it fits really well, especially if you like size it up big time. Hey, look at that. Oh, beautiful. And I think that is the rocks aspect pretty much done. So now we're going to move on to the nature. So there are quite a few pieces to use here. So I've got 2 big trees, 1 small oak tree, a couple of pines, a birch tree, and a bush. I'm not going to worry about these little bushes. So yeah. So we're going to start with some small oaks. We're just going to like dot these around, you know, very far and few in between, because you know we want this to feel like a big open plain. With the trees, you can even like tilt them in some spots, like over here you can have them sort of going up with the terrain. I think that looks really cool, like so. And I'm going to do it again down here, just to sort of, you know, signify that this is like uneven terrain. Again, very sparsely. We'll probably only add like 3 or 4 of each type of big oak. Pine trees are going to be in sort of like clusters of like a few of them. So I'm going to make like a pre-made set of pines. I'm going to sort of slice them in different ways, like so. Add a few smaller ones like this, just in between them. And finally, we're going to add only a few birches and bushes. So we're going to add like a birch there, you know, just to spruce up nature just a little bit, just a bit, so there's, you know, some distinction. Maybe we'll add a couple of smaller ones around this one as well. And then for bushes, again, just a few in like open spots that don't have trees. And there you have it. That is Chapter 4 terrain in Fortnite Creative for the first time, really. We haven't been able to create it to sort of this level of accuracy before, but I think this looks really nice to the sort of oaky biome. I mean, hey, you can even go a couple of steps further. You can grab the actual, these are actually Chapter 2 bushes. I don't know why they're in the gallery, but you can grab a big bush bomb, throw that down to create a Chapter 4 bush. Or you can go to the color picker gallery, grab the grass blades, size those up a little bit, maybe. Yeah, look at that. The grass blades fit perfectly, so you can add just a ton of these around, just to sort of really accurately make that terrain and really make it pop and feel just really nice. And I don't know, it kind of feels cozy, you know, like a peaceful spring. Yeah, I think there's some really cool stuff you can do with this. So I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. It's a bit of an odd style, I know. I sort of built it alongside, but I wanted it to be really in depth, so you can, I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to use these pieces and want to know how to use them effectively. So hopefully this tutorial worked. So there you go, that is how you can create the chapter 4 terrain in Fortnite Creative. Thank you for watching, and well, subscribe, please. I don't want to go back to my job as a gardener.